Now we're going to multiply a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number. And let's make up a number. Let's do 732. Now, when I was talking about multiplying a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number, now if I had a 4 here, that means you would only have one row to add. Well, that's just the answer itself. As soon as I put in a number, another digit, now I have 2 digits, right? So that means even though there's 3 digits here, it's the bottom one you look at, the bottom factor. It's 54. So that's 2 digits, meaning 2 rows you're going to have to add together. Now we're going to put in a third digit. Now, even though this is a 3-digit, this is a 3-digit as well, and that means you're going to have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows to add. So, again, if I were to expand this out, 7 is in the hundreds place, so the value of 7 is 700. You go to the next least place value, which is the digit 3 in the tens place, and that is worth 30. Then you go down a tenth to the next place value, which is the ones, and there's a digit of 2, so the value is just 2. So now I go into the bottom number. The 3 is in the hundredths place, so the value is 300. Then I go to the digit in the tens place, which is a 5, so the value is 50. And then I go to the ones place, which the value of 4 is, 4 ones is just 4. Now, once again, you start with the bottom digit, the lowest place value, which is the ones, and so we are going to multiply 732 by 4. Okay, so I am going to erase this so we have a better idea of what we are doing here. Okay, so we're going to multiply. Whoops. Let's make that shorter. Okay, so we're going to multiply 4 times 2. We're going to multiply 30 times 4. And we're going to multiply 700 times 4. All right, I'm going to make this just a little bit thicker. Okay, so 4 times 2 is 8. You need to know your basic math facts. Now we have a 0, so all we need to do is say, what's 4 times 3, which is 12. And how many zeros do we need to add? Just 1. That is a shortcut. If you don't want to do the shortcut, then you need to show work out to the side like this. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. And that's how you get your answer of 120. And then we take 4 times 7, which is 28. And how many zeros do we need to add? 1, 2. So we add 2 here. So now we have 2,800 plus 120 plus 8. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 2 plus nothing is 2. So your first row in the shortcut version should be 2,982. So this is how you guys have been taught to do it. But this is the longer way, but it shows you how you're getting your answer. 4 times 2 is 8. Then we go to the tens place. 4 times 3 is 12. We put the 2 here and carry the 1. 1, 2 is 12. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29. You got to be organized. Put everything in its place value. So notice 2,928, 2,928. Now, let me erase this. All right, so we have this. I don't have a wide enough screen to keep going, so I'm erasing what I can. And that's the reason for using a pencil as well. Easier to erase. Now we're going to take the next digit, which is a 5, but what's the value? It is 50. So we're going to take it and we're going to multiply 2 times 50, 30 times 50, and 700 times 50. What's 50 times 2? Well, what's 2 times 5? That would be 10. And how many zeros do we add? We add 1. I know that looks like a 2. I apologize. Then we go next to 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. Add the 2 zeros. So that's 1,500. Now, what's 5 times 7? 5 times 7 is 35. Now, how many zeros do we add? 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Now, we got to add all these up together. So we have 35,000 1,500 plus 100. Zero plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 0 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 3 plus nothing is 36,600. That's what the answer should be in the second row. Don't forget, now we're taking 732 and multiplying it by 50. Okay, so what do we do with the 0 in 50? So we can just say we're multiplying it by 5. Is we're going to take it and put it underneath there in the ones place underneath 8. Now we can just go and just say 5 instead of 50 all the time. So you still got to go by place value. So we're going to go 5 times 2 is 10 and carry the 1. Then we go to the tens place. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Now I'm going to reuse this one instead of erasing it. 5 times 7 is 35. Now we're going to the hundreds place. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 1 is 36. And there's the second row for the second digit. 36,600, which is the exact same as that. Now, I'm definitely going to erase this now. Now, we have to multiply the top number by the last digit, which is a 3. And where is the 3 located? What's its place value? The 7 is located in the hundreds, so what's the value of 7? The value of 7 is 700. So that means that we're going to take 700 plus 30 plus 2 and multiply it. Let's make it a little bit smaller. We're going to multiply it by 700. We're going to take 30 and multiply it by 700. And we're going to multiply 700 Oh, sorry. It's not a 7, is it? It is a 3. So that would make it 300. I apologize. So let's erase that. Good thing I looked. All right, so we're going to multiply the 2 times 300. We're going to multiply 30 by 300. And we're going to multiply 700 by 300. So then we take 300, well, we take the 3 times the 2, we get a 6, and add the 2 zeros, that makes it 600. We multiply 3 times 3, which is 9, and add 1, 2, 3 zeros. And then we multiply 7 times 3, which is 21, and add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So now we have 2,000, 200, 10,000 plus 9,000 plus 600, which would equal 2 in the 100,000, 1 in the 10,000, plus the 9 in the 1,000, plus the 6 in the hundreds, because there's 0 and a 0, so that's just going to be a 6. And the next, the tens place is a 0, 0, 0, which makes it a 0. Then you have a 0, 0, 0. So all this added should be 219,600. So the shortcut way, which is how you normally do it, 732, we're multiplying it by 300. Now, instead of saying 300 every single time, we automatically put the 2 zeros in the 300 and put them under the ones and the tens place. Now we can take the 3 that's located in the hundreds place, which is right here, and multiply by each place value. So you start at the ones. 3 times 2 is 6. Now you're like, but why is it in the hundreds place? Well, you're really taking 300 times 2, which is 600. There's your 600. Then you take the 3 times the 3 in the tens place. That's 3 times 3, which is 9. And then 7 times 3 is 21. Now, notice I got the same answer right here in the third row. Again, 3 digits times 3 digits. 3 on the bottom means how many rows you are going to have to add. So I know I erased it over here, but if I added all the circled answers that I got, it would be the same as this. So this is 8 plus 0 plus 0, which is 8. 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 9 is 17. I almost forgot how to add. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus nothing is 2. So my final answer is 258,728. You have to be organized. You have to keep each digit in its place value. This way you can keep your thoughts correct. All right? So this is how you multiply a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number.